At this juncture, every weekend's big. We're starting the second half of conference season. The rub is we swept both these teams, but they're both really good teams. So I think the thing that we've got to continue to get better at is just really focusing on our side and playing great volleyball every single day. Because if we don't, someone's going to sneak up on us and get us. And I think that's what happened against Marquette. So, not that Marquette's not a great team, but we've got to be locked in and really focused on what we're doing rather than the opponent on the other side.
Yeah, talk about your opponents this weekend.
St. John's has been a little bit up and down. They're led by a really outstanding outside hitter who carries a ton of load. They've got two incredible middle blockers that we did a nice job of not getting them too involved the first time we played, but they could really mess up our hitters if we get them going and confident from a blocking standpoint. Seton Hall really makes me nervous. They are a team that plays with an edge. They hit the ball as hard as they can every time they go and swing. They fall into the seam a lot. So anyway, hi Toby. You want to get in here? Should we do this interview together? Okay. So, Seton Hall, we won that first game really tight, and then we kind of rolled after that. I think had they won the first game, it could have had a different outcome. So it's going to be really important that we don't let Seton Hall get their mojo, because when they're confident, they just fly around and they're going to swing every single opportunity. They don't get timid. So we'll have our hands full.
What did Butler match teach you about your team? You guys seem to stick to it a bit.
Yeah, we really needed that. We hadn't been in a situation that we were down to 0-2 and come back. So I always think that's important to have those type of scenarios throughout a year. Because it's amazing how many times in a huddle you reference that. We've been in this situation before, whatever that situation is. Maybe you're down 22-18 and you came back and won. So in the huddle, you can say, we've done this before. So I was really pleased. I think they had their backs against the wall. I've said this, but I think Butler really made us earn their points. Sometimes teams will get rattled as you start to make a run, and they didn't. We had to continue to play well to come out with a win.
How good is Jaylee? Not just the match, but this season as a whole.
I thought Jaylee was really good this last weekend. She's had some ups and downs, and she really challenged herself. The thing with Jaylee is she's going to look at herself and say, all right, I got to go for it. And the way Jaylee deals with it is to go harder, so she's going to be more aggressive. And I think, we said, wow, you were awesome this weekend. What'd you do? I just hit harder. That's kind of her mentality, which I think is a great thing. She's going to go for it.
Take out, obviously, a big, not just on the court
right.
match, but also everything surrounding. How important is it to you in the program?
Well, I think, breast cancer affects almost everyone in some capacity, either, a relative or a friend. And, but we've taken incredible strides. Now the percentages are really high. If you get diagnosed with breast cancer, you're going to survive. And I think, these events and awareness is a big part of that. So, I think it affects, each and every one of our players, our fans. So, it also puts in perspective there's much bigger things in life than volleyball. So it's always a good reminder to be playing for things, that we should be enjoying the experience rather than feeling pressure in it.
It's also kind of a celebration. I've been to before, celebration of volleyball. You get a great crowd and everybody's it's a different crowd, isn't it? Just a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fiery, more fired up, I don't know.
They're in pink.
Yeah.
So, I know the Hawkeyes in Iowa like to put their guests in pink, and so maybe that fires them up. So, no, I don't know. But it is a great atmosphere, and our players love it. The fans love it. It should be a fun day.
When it comes to the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee, it's all about RPI. With your current situation, you got to feel like there's not much of a margin for error if you want to get to host. I know it's still down the line.
The committee looks at RPI a lot. They look at Pablo, which is another rating thing, and then they look at the AVCA poll, and then, they can look at your body of work. I think our resume looks really good right now. I think we're definitely in the mix. We can't have a low RPI loss for sure. I think there's a couple teams in that 60-plus range that maybe we could survive another one, but you never know. I looked at the draw last year and I was surprised at some things of what I thought would happen. So right now, as much as we can kind of lock into that a little bit as coaches, that's not where we're at with the team right now. Right now, it's about making sure they understand the next match in front of you is the most important.
Noon tomorrow. How different is that going to be playing a noon match on a Friday?
Yeah, it's going to be a little different. We kind of do it in preseason sometimes when we have a bunch of tournaments and you have to play 2 games. So we're used to it for some parts of it, but we should have a good crowd with school being out and a lot of kids being able to come.
Okay, where is this team right now? Here in late October, how do you feel they're doing?
I'm really proud of our team. I think we've had a great season, and even though we've had some ups and downs, I think we should really focus on the positives. Like, we have had a great year, so really focusing on that and just getting better every practice.
What did you learn from that Marquette game?
Marquette taught us a lot of things. It taught us what we need to work on. It showed us what we need to do when we're in trouble and just how to fight back. And I think we really learned how to do that, especially against Butler when we came back in set 3, 4, and 5.
It's been so long since you dropped a match in the Big. Did it was it a reality check? Like, hey, we got to bring it because.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all knew that Marquette was really, really good, as we respect every single Big East team, every single team that we play all season long. But yeah, I guess it kind of was a little bit of a reality check. Like, everybody is going to play their absolute best. We have to come out and play our absolute best every single game.
How much of a help is it to play at home?
I love playing at home just because we get to have a great crowd. Everyone's cheering for us. Like I said before, when we do go to other places, I think we perform well too. We always turn their chance into they're cheering for us, so that's kind of what we like to do.
Taryn, talk about Sunday, Pink Out Day. It's always a big crowd. What does that mean to you?
Pink Out is awesome. I love the game. I love what we are playing for, and it just kind of reminds us, like, the game is so much bigger than volleyball. There's so many people that are fighting through tough times, and I think it's just a great reminder. And Pink Everywhere just kind of like puts it out there for a game.
All right. Okay.